What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? I'm awesome. It's Sunday afternoon, hanging out, getting ready to crank up to 6505 and do some jamming. But before I do that, guess what? Album review time. And I'm excited because I get to tell you guys about a band that I had actually never heard of, who approached me and said, hey, we want you to review our record. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm in. And maybe this will give you guys a new band to check out, and maybe you can go spend some money and buy their record when it comes out. Yeah? Right? Maybe you'll get excited when you hear it, like I did. But before I start doing that, I want to remind you guys, if you're watching this on Instagram, you should be following this page. You should be liking my videos and leaving some comments in the comment section down below. And you should share these album reviews. And let me know what you think of them. If you got some friends that have a band and maybe they're getting ready to put out an EP or something, send them my name. Tell them to contact me. I'll review their stuff and give them an honest feedback. Can't be, can't be wrong, right? And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Help me get those numbers up so once we hit that 1,000 subscriber threshold, which is a long ways away, I can start doing live videos on YouTube, because YouTube has got that little thing in place and I think it's stupid. But whatever. Also, I posted 2 guitar cover videos in the last 2 weeks. Last weekend I did Fuel by Corrosion of Conformity, rest in peace Reed Mullins. And the week before that I did Territory by Sepultura. Less than 36 hours I had well over 1,200 views on Territory, and that's a big thing to me, so thank you so much. It's much appreciated. I tell you, every time you guys like a video or you share it or you comment, from here, it means something to me, so thank you so much. So yeah, let's do this review. Alright, so 2 weeks ago I got a message from a member of this band named Hellgarden. That's the band name, that's not the guy's name, obviously. They're from Brazil, and they are a thrash band. And he said, hey man, we got a new album coming out. We would love to get your feedback on this record. We would love to see you do a review on it. And I said, absolutely, I'm in. So he sent me an advanced copy. And what I got was, MP3, MP4 formats, whatever it is. It's audio files anyway. I don't actually have a physical copy of it, or I wouldn't have it here to hold and show you guys. But I don't have one yet because it hasn't come out yet. It comes out this Friday, April 10th, through an international label that I can't remember what they're called. It's a smaller label. I'll post all the stuff down in the comment section down below for you guys when this is all over. And so it's 8 songs, and the album is called Making Noise, Living Fast. And so I got the MP3s or MP4s, whatever you guys are calling them, whatever the teenagers call them nowadays. And I started listening to them all day long, and I was like, dude, this is a fucking ripping album. For something that only has 8 songs, they sure cram pack a lot of material in this little tiny slot of time. I mean, it is riff upon riff upon riff, and they are heavy riffs, very thrashy, not so much like groove or like death metal. It's nothing like that. It is very, very straightforward, in your face, raw, aggressive thrash metal. And what I kind of get the sense of what it reminds me of is 50% Death Angel, 50% Pantera, but like the far beyond driven Pantera. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Just really, really cool. A lot of stop and go tempos. It's kind of dun 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 dun. Kind of got that pulse, that beat. And then there's some stuff happening that's going on here that is really, really cool. And it's not to be overlooked. When you sit down and listen to the album a few times, you start to find different things about the record that you like a lot. At least that was for me. I had to listen to it 3 or 4 times before I could really say, okay, these are my favorite songs. Here's what I think stands out. And clearly, this is a 4-man band with a very good production on this record. Everything is pretty well produced, and it's very even in the scope. The drums are not too loud. The bass is very clear and distinguishable. You hear it, you feel it. It's tight. It's locked in with the rhythm when it needs to be, and then when it needs to follow the guitars and kind of match that pulsating beat, it's there. The drums are very clear. When you hear the floor toms getting pounded, you hear it. You hear that rubbery sound in the skins of the drum heads. I mean, you hear everything, which is really cool. The guitar tones are fucking sick. great production on the guitar tones. The leads are clear. They're so like pristine, and there's a lot of whammy bar action, a lot of hitting harmonics and pulling them up to higher pitches. A lot of these things that I'm hearing in the lead work are very reminiscent of Dimebag Darrell's style. That's why I say that this reminds me a lot of Pantera, because there's a lot of things here, a lot of techniques, and just little quirky things that Dime would do in his playing that you hear and you're like, dude, that sounds like something Dime would have absolutely done on a solo. And that's I think that is a big compliment to this record. The one thing that I would love to see more, I guess, on the next record by these guys is the vocals be a little bit more easy to understand, because it's very almost kind of got a little bit of it's lower in the mix. It's kind of hard to hear, and so sometimes I can't quite make out what the vocals are being, belted out, because he's doing a lot of, it's just screaming. There's no like harmony, breakdown, chill moments where it's all clean guitar. It's all straight up like in your face. But that's not a bad thing. I like to sometimes have to work a little bit to hear something, rather than it just be force-fed to me or given to me on a silver platter. I don't mind having to listen a little bit harder to tune my ears in to hear the vocals, because then I'm focusing and I'm giving it my full attention. So it's not a bad thing. I just would love to hear him just a little bit higher in the mix. Just a little bit, because I think his voice is cool and he needs his due. So like I said, there's 8 songs on this record. The record is called Making Noise, Living Fast. It comes out April 10th, which is this upcoming Friday. Unfortunately, due to the current situation in the world with the coronavirus, they've had to postpone touring plans until after all this stuff kind of works itself out, which is okay. It will pass, and then things will pick back up. But that doesn't mean that you can't still go buy the record and you can't receive it. You'll get it. So go ahead, order the record. They've got it on vinyl also, which I think you should definitely be buying, because vinyl's cool. It's back, so get on top of that. Let me give you the song titles real quick, and then we'll talk about what I think are some of my favorite cuts on this record. 8 songs. First song, Spit on Hypocrisy, Evolution or Destruction, Learn to Play Dirty, Fuck the Consequences, which is my second favorite track on the record. My number 1 favorite track is this one, Brainwash. And then you have the first single, Making Noise, Living Fast, which I will also link down below if I can get that YouTube link. And then Believe in Yourself or Die, and the very last track, Possessed by Noise. Now, like I said, Brainwash is my favorite track. It took me a little bit before I got to that one, because it was the 5th track, but then I listened to it and I was like, dude, that is a sick song. And Fuck the Consequences is my second favorite track, and Making Noise, Living Fast is my third favorite track. I would love to see all three of those songs have videos, because I think those are your 3 strongest cuts on that record. They just have things about them that I really like a lot. I love the simple nature of just it being a thrash song. It's heavy, it's in your face, there's no frills, there's no bullshit to it. It's just, we're a metal band, we play metal music, here we are. This is what we do, enjoy it, or not, right? And there's some really great, cool riffs, man, with these cool tempos and really odd, just an odd kind of format sometimes to the songs, but there's so much that has been crammed into 8 songs that you have to listen to it a couple times, because you'll miss out on certain riffs, and then you come back and you're like, dude, that riff is fucking sick. How did I miss that? But well worth checking out. Like I said, production is fantastic. I think the overall mix on the record is really well done. You hear everything at pretty much an equal level. I think all the instruments alone are very equal. There's not one that's overpowering any others, which is good. It's not like the drummer's trying to get 50% of the exposure while everybody else is, trying to kind of fight for their spot. Everybody's getting equal time. That's what I'm getting when I hear it. As far as the vocal, the lyrics go, like I said, I had a hard time understanding some of the lyrics, but I can tell you that, it's a lot of like social type stuff, themes, and just it's interpretive. You may hear something that I didn't hear, or you may see it a different way, whatever. that's the beauty of music, is that it's very interpretive. We all take from it what is, you know, kind of relative to us. To me, this is an angry album, but it's a positive record, right? It's not like a we're mad and we're going to take it out on everybody else type record. It's like, hey, we're mad, we're angry, but we're going to take it out in a way that works best for everybody here, and it's a positive. And get on board. So if that makes sense, cool. If it doesn't, it is what it is. I really like the record, though. I think it's a great record, and I'm very grateful to have been a part of this. It was kind of cool for someone to approach me and say, "Hey, we want you to do a review on this. We would love to get your feedback." So I'm very grateful for that opportunity. And I've got a few minutes left. I'm looking at my timer up here on my phone because you have to have this within so many minutes to post it on Instagram. Yeah, like I said, I will post all the links down below for the band. I'll do all their tags, and I will give you guys, like I said, the YouTube link for the first video, Making Noise, Living Fast, which is a fucking aggressive song, man. This record is fast. Like I said, it's like Death Angel meets Pantera, so you're knowing it's going to be a fast record. There are no slow, mellow love songs. This is not that type of record. This is someone lit a match and someone threw a can of gasoline on it. That's what it's basically like for, however many minutes long the record is. Some songs are shorter than others. Some are like 4 or 5 minutes long, but that's okay. I like diversity in my music, and this one really is not so diverse in different colors, but it is diverse in riffing and tempo wise. So that is a cool thing for me. I like that, and that's it. Check that out. Hellgarden out of Brazil. Making Noise, Living Fast, coming out April 10th, this Friday. Like I said, today is Sunday. So you've got 5 days to check that out before it's available internationally. Tour currently is on hold until things improve with the current status of the world, but that will happen, so keep an eye on that, and make sure you follow their page. Show them some love, show them some support. Buy the record, buy the CD, buy a t-shirt, whatever it is, and give these guys some support, man, because they need it, and they deserve it. They've earned it. They've earned it the hard way. They learned to play dirty. All right, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. I will be touching with you guys later this week. I've got some more guitar cover videos coming up, and I'm excited. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. We've got some cool stuff coming. All right, man. I will see you guys in a few days. Later.